How y'all day been? Y'all know I had to jump on here for the day. My day been going pretty good. Just got done from eating. What y'all been up to? Who been staying on top of their nutrition goal? Who been staying on top of their fitness goals? What's the weather like where y'all stay at? Cause I'm in Detroit, Michigan, and when I tell y'all it was snowing and they had a winter weather advisory going on last night. It was kind of a mess too. It got kind of messy. A couple of cars and spent out of control. Snow. The wind was blowing like here and there, so the snow, of course, was just fluffing and blowing up in the air. Yeah, what's the weather like where y'all at? Y'all got snow? Is it sun and beaches where y'all at? 80 degrees and beaches. Raphael, what up though? It's 31 degrees here in Cleveland. Yeah, yeah, that's what it is here right now. The weather is actually straight here now. It just last night it was that winter advisory, man. It was snowing and salt trucks. They actually been doing good here in Detroit the past I'll say 15, 20 years when it comes to removing the snow off the main roads. Cause right now, other than the fact that you see the snow piles on the side and on the grass and the areas that they didn't plow, everything is dry or a little, wet puddles here and there, but you can drive regular on the roads. They got the roads completely clear. It's just the side streets still a little messed up, but who cares too much about the side street? We can ease down the side street. Just take your time. We just need the main roads to be good so we can come out and go to the grocery store, or maybe you need to want to go to the gas station, or you got to go to work. We just need the main roads. If the sun was out longer today, probably more of it would have melted. But yeah, how many of y'all stand on top of y'all fitness goals though? How many? That's a serious subject. I'm always around a lot of people that's just eating all damn day. Just eating like, what you got today? I got pancakes. I got, scrambled eggs. I went to the Coney. What you got today? I got waffles. What you got today? I got, I went to the soul food spot. I got this. I got that. I got the chili cheese fries with extra cheese. Man, that'd be cool if you just done it every blue moon. But these people, I was about to say, little do they know, but they know. Or even if you was to tell them, they don't even care to even listen. But I was about to say, little do they know, they spiking their insulin and becoming type 2 diabetes, but they know what they doing. They just don't care. People just don't care about their health, y'all. They just don't care about their health. And then they eating candy. I'm just watching this, y'all. Like, I used to be one of them. I never been out of shape a day in my life, but I'm just saying, like, my eating habits was like everybody else for the most part. You know what I'm saying? I just always worked out my whole life, so I never been out of shape. So you can ask anybody that I'd never been out of shape. Never. So what was helping me was the fact that I was always working out and working. So I was always burning calories up. So I guess it just never stuck, the bad stuff. But and the only time I started getting anything in the stomach area was when I was bulking. I really ain't care too much about that anyway, because I was gonna cut. So I was doing, sometime I go outside of a clean bulk and kind of I start getting into a pattern of eating some stuff that I shouldn't be eating, but I was gonna be cutting anyway, so I knew what I was doing. I still was good. But yeah, I'm trying to get body right, especially midsection. Yeah, the midsection is the hardest part, because a lot of people, they think they good, even though they know they not. When they be looking in the mirror, guys usually, especially guys, they usually You know what I'm saying? You look in the mirror, see their chest. Well, no, I say women do it too. People look in the mirror and they see, that top half. And then maybe if the face is decent, or you got locks, or the chick got long hair, wavy with curls, cute face. So that's all they seeing with a nice outfit on and some smell good. But y'all know damn well they see that damn stomach too though. They definitely see the stomach, because the stomach is taken away from whatever you are seeing. So if everything else is kind of looking all right, just imagine if that stomach go in. Because the more the stomach go in, the more everything else poke out. Your arms poke out more, your chest poke out more, just like on a chick. The chest poke out more, the waist is more snatched in, which means her hips stick out more. So that midsection is major. But like I tell people, all you got to do is just make sure that you eating nutrient dense whole foods, and don't eat nothing bad after a certain amount of time. Eat the bad stuff at your most busiest part of the day, and just don't go too crazy with the bad. So if you got the stomach, or you picked up the excess weight going crazy, just imagine you going hard with the workouts, and on top of that, when you do your bad, you don't just eat it at night like you used to and just sit on it and then wake up and eat some more garbage. Now you eat it at a busy part of your day. Plus, on top of that, you only eating halfway as bad when you do eat it. Probably not even that, just enough to satisfy the craving. You can't help but to get gains from that. It don't take a lot. It just, most people can't stay disciplined long enough to see the results, because they hit their system again. The candy that's in between is slowing it up, because it's telling your body to keep running off sugar. When they eat a bag of chips in between the meals, that's still telling the body to keep running off sugar, so it never get to burning the fat. You know what I'm saying? It burn the sugar first, and then if you go long enough into the day or into a fast, it'll get to burning into the fat. But most people don't burn that. They just keep on burning sugar and wonder why they keep staying at the weight or they can't lose it. They just gotta go long enough, and then once you start seeing them results, that should be enough. That should be enough to tell you to stay more and more disciplined, because you're seeing them gains. Usually when we see them gains, we lock and load even more. You usually don't start getting sloppier. You usually start like locking and loading even more, because you want to see more of it. But most people, it's the eating habits. Yep. Get those eating habits right, the whole world will change around you. Yep. I always tell people, like, when they fixing their food and they going to the market, just grab your favorite nutrient dense whole food stuff that ain't ultra processed and all this type stuff, all this added sugar, and make sure your stuff well seasoned. You can go crazy with the seasoning, because the seasoning ain't nothing but herbs. Just make sure whatever season you're using is salt free, and then just grab you some sea salt, you know what I'm saying, and add your salt to the salt free seasoning. That way you can control the sodium. Yep, because the seasonings like Lawry's and all that stuff that most of us grew up on, that stuff will kill you. That's why most people got high blood pressure now. Lawry seasoning salt, Morton salt, stuff we grew up on. Cheap and tastes good. I'm always saying this stuff tastes good, but I'm also always saying how bad the stuff is too. So they make sure it tastes good. That way we stay buying it, we stay getting it. If it ain't taste good, we wouldn't even get it, even if it was cheap. So that's a hell of a combination. Cheap and tastes good. Yep. So I was around somebody earlier, and they was like, yeah. Somebody asked them, like, yeah, what you getting? What you eating? I'm like, dang. People just don't care. And a lot of these people already got health issues. That's the thing about it. They already got health issues. Yeah, but Raphael, just lock and load, man. Lock and load. You gotta stay disciplined. Just tell yourself what's the end goal. All you got to tell yourself, what's the end goal? Gotta stay disciplined. It's worth it too, man. It's worth it. Like, by me being in shape, I still watch stuff, as far as what I'm putting in my system, but I can take more risks because I'm good to go. But don't forget, on the inside, it's still gonna be doing the same type of damage as a person who can't afford to eat it because they trying to cut down on fat or cut down on weight overall. Like, what's going on internally still gonna be going on, which is spiking, and you know what I'm saying, your stomach problems from the gluten, and you know what I'm saying, all that type stuff. Starchy, too much starchy foods, and it's a certain time when you can do that, but get there first, or at least get those good gains in, and then hit your system with it just for the cravings to treat yourself, and then pull back off of it again. I think most people's biggest problem is they treating themselves too much, especially if you trying to get the gains. You gotta go a minute. You gotta go longer than a person who already got those type of gains. You gotta go longer, so your gains keep working for you, and then you hit your system again with a piece of cheesecake, or an apple pie, or you really craving your favorite, Big Mac meal or Chick-fil-A. You know what I'm saying? You gotta wait. Cause you gotta wait and put that work in first. I put in a lot of work all my life. Since 12 years old, I've been working out, and I've been putting in work for decades. I got old pictures. I got everybody know me as far as being in shape, health, fitness, going to the gym. You go to the gym today, everybody always asks me stuff. I got pictures up. I got this is my lifestyle. This is my lifestyle. I say the biggest thing is making sure whatever you eating, you love to eat it. You love to eat it. That way it don't feel like a diet. It shouldn't be feeling like a diet. It should just be feeling like this is your life. This is your lifestyle. We really don't even need a cheat day. We really just need to just be eating something that's not so good for us when we feel it's time for us to eat something that's not good for us. We don't need to set it as a cheat day or call it a cheat day. All right, I want a taste for this. It's time. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we should do it. Yep. That's how we should do it. If you put in that work, like I said, it ain't gonna really phase you like that. Internally, your system's gonna do what it's gonna do, but physically, as far as what's going on when a person look at you, no, you can't get fat over a week. Can't go looking like this and then looking like that just over a weekend off of something you ate. Ain't gonna make you super skinny or skinny, and it ain't gonna make you super fat or fat. You still gonna be looking the same. It take weeks for you to just be looking completely different. Like, dang, what you been eating? It take a minute. You ain't even about to be looking completely different in 1 week. You might feel some gains or see something going on, but you ain't gonna be looking like completely different. Like, who is that? I don't even recognize it. You ain't gonna be looking like that. That type of stuff take weeks to months to get like that, because you gotta get the consistency going first. I don't know where them fire trucks going to that's flying up and down the street, but I hope everybody be all right. I got a cousin who actually told me, and she said this like it was nothing. She said, yeah, I be following those fire trucks. Like, she that nosy. She told me this before. And she said it like it was nothing. Like, it was like what people out here do. So she following fire trucks. She probably still do it. This is like, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 years ago, y'all. But she said she followed fire trucks. I'm like, what? If only I could have saw myself and saw how I was looking at her when she said that, I probably had the craziest look on my face. Cause I swear it seemed like my eyes was like dilated, like what? couldn't believe what she said. She said, I follow them boys. Follow them fire trucks. Just be nosy and see how bad the building or the house or who need to be saved. I didn't even ask her no details about it. I mean, I can imagine what's going on when a fire truck pull up at whatever scene it's pulling up to. Busting windows and all that type stuff, and asking is it yelling in there, is anybody in there? And yep, and she's sitting right there, probably eating her popcorn or something like it's a movie. Yeah. Well, Raphael, what everything been good with you though, huh? What's on the menu for the day? Did you have to go to work? This day is a whole lot better than yesterday, I swear. Cause once that snow started coming down, it was a wrap yesterday, y'all. I'm talking about it was a wrap. What's y'all fitness questions? Nutrition, exercises. What y'all trying to get bigger? Y'all chest, arms, legs. Genetics do play a role, but for the most part, everybody can get pretty much what they trying to get for the most part. Yep. What's y'all fitness questions? Y'all health questions? More protein, better carbs, fats. Let me see. I was off today. Salmon on me. So you be tearing that salmon up on Raphael, huh? That's some good fat, good protein and fat. That's a nice combination. Really time for me to grab some salmon. Last time I had salmon was when I done that meal prep. What was that? Some months ago. When I done I think it was lemon honey salmon with the asparagus and the mashed potatoes. Man, that was so good, man. You ever make your salmon with the asparagus and mashed potatoes, Raphael? Some nice side dishes. And some of the best sources you can add with the salmon, because the white potato is or you can do sweet potato. The white potato is complete is a complex carb. So you good to go with the white potato if that's what you want to add to it. And then asparagus, you can't beat the asparagus. Yep, that's a nice combination of mashed potatoes, or you can do sweet potatoes, and then with some asparagus. Yeah, that's a nice so what you usually add with your salmon? You usually have salmon and what? Let me see what people usually have with their salmon. Salmon and rice, salmon and potatoes, salmon and usually it's usually like less than a handful of things people usually cook with their salmon. Yeah, it's usually like a handful of things. Potatoes is like probably number one where I usually see people eating with salmon. That would be either number one or number two. Like, it's definitely like some type of potato or something usually people eat, or some rice. You know what I'm saying? But usually the rice, they usually eat that with the salmon croquettes. But the actually salmon, if you searing it in the skillet, if you cook it in the skillet like that, the fillets, usually those be like with mashed potatoes, garlic mashed potatoes or something like that. Jasmine rice, black beans, and corn. Yeah, hey, just whatever you do, Raphael, make sure you just so you know, that the anything with corn stop your body from producing insulin. So just make sure if you're gonna do that, whether it's corn chips, whether it's corn, whether it's dark liquor, because it got fructose corn syrup in it, it'll stop your body from producing insulin. So that's like you being insulin resistant. You know what I'm saying? It's like a early insulin resistance. So If you do it, I just do the corn like here and there, just for a switch up. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do. I know corn got its own little taste, especially if it's sweet corn. You know what I'm saying? I used to be a big fan, and I still would probably do some corn every blue moon, but not really. Only because I know about the insulin part. You know what I'm saying? So when I say every blue moon, I'm talking about maybe once in a year right now. But I used to love corn. I used to eat corn. I grew up eating corn. Canned corn out the can, frozen corn, corn on the cob. Corn on the cob actually sounds good right now. It's just that once I found out about that corn, man, I'm telling you, man, they doing us in over here, bro. They doing us in here. Just this country doing us in, man. I'm telling you, like, they don't even tell us this stuff, man. We just eating this stuff. And most people don't know. Even if you're doing something healthy, you don't know what you know. This stuff I'm doing healthy, and I'm steady finding out stuff. Like, damn, man, like what? I see why they be saying, well, we just can't eat nothing. You just gotta eat the best that you know how based on what you know. I use corn spirit. Yeah, that's cool. But you know what I'm saying? Just knowing what it do now would definitely make you think more about it, even when you're doing it sparingly. You know what I'm saying? Because now you know, okay, I got a taste for this, but this ain't something I do all the time because it caused this. It's like the dark liquor, the corn, anything with corn in it. I actually had some earlier, and I'm like, after I finished eating, I'm like, corn was in there. The word corn just it's still the same thing. I'm like, well, yep. Because they put corn in almost everything, man. It's in a lot of stuff. It's in almost all of the chips, some type of way. It's in a lot of foods, and like I said, it's in dark liquor. So it's really like we just gotta, have our health as best as we can. So just gotta have our health as best as we can. We only know so much. I just be out here digging for the information, and then I spread it. You know what I'm saying? I got a couple of platforms that I check into that know way more than me. And I know some stuff, but it's a lot of stuff I don't know either. That's how I be learning stuff, because I'm open to learning a lot of stuff. That's how I know what I know now, because I've always been open to it. I listen, and I don't just listen. I take notes, and I take it down, and I compare it to other sources. I got a couple of doctor platforms that I be on, and these doctors, these the real deal. They can't even put everything out, and both of them, let me see, one, two, both of them on YouTube. It's actually three, but I mainly tune in to two. You know what I'm saying? And they can't put everything out, but they put everything that they can put out on a platform. And man, I be taking notes and this, that. I'm like, dang, I ain't know that either. I ain't know that. And they'll have the little products that the average person, like the name brand products that the average person out here get from the market and stuff like that. And they'll have it just like pulling it up like, yeah. And you see this. Oh, speaking of this, I just got some more of this. But they'll have a product up, and just say if they using this, for example, they'll say, yeah, this, yeah, this is cool. And then they'll grab the other product, and they'll be like, yeah, see, now this right here, well, it's a little bit better than the other hot sauce, but only thing about this that I don't like is it has this in it. So if I was you, I would only do this every blue moon. I wouldn't put this in my system too often. And I'm telling you, bro, they tell you the words, because a lot of them words on the back of the label we not familiar with, because we not chemists and doctors, and so we only know the words like vitamin E, olive oil, calcium. You know what I'm saying? We only know certain words, petroleum, and ingredients. You know what I'm saying? Peanut oil. Like we only know what we know, soy and all this type of stuff, right? Man, you know, most of these labels, they be having big words, even some of the small words, we don't even know how to pronounce them. And that's where the danger is at. That's where the danger is at. That's why I really manipulate it. And then, even if ain't nobody reading them labels anyway, because if you grew up on a certain type of food, to you, that's real eating. Your mama cooked it, and your grandma, your grandfather, your granddaddy, your brothers. Can't nobody tell you nothing about that unless you get into like the nutrition world. Then you start seeing, dang, all those tortillas I be eating, that stuff got all that gluten in it, all that flour. No wonder why my stomach be messed up. You know what I'm saying? And it got a lot of preservatives because they sit it on the shelf for shelf life. And in the cans, it got a lot of preservatives, sugar. You know what I'm saying? All these other things that's up in it, all the gums that's up in it. You know what I'm saying? You like, gums, what is, yeah, some more stuff that don't supposed to be in your system. Preservatives, fillers. That's what gums are, preservatives and fillers. The more gums you see on the ingredient label, the worse it is. Yep, they always say the longer the ingredient list, the worse it is. I feel it, because most of the food should be whole food. You get chicken, it should be chicken. You get ground turkey, it should be ground turkey. You get green beans, it should be green beans. You go grab some tortillas because you want to make some burritos. Look at the list. It's probably gonna be about 20 or more ingredients on there, and some of the stuff we don't even know what it is. Wheat, flour, and this, that, and it'd be so much stuff on there, gums and this type of oil. And they say stay away from all seed oils because they so processed. The only oil I mess with is olive oil and avocado oil. They're the main two. Coconut, I do coconut oil too. Coconut oil, olive oil, and avocado. But my main source is olive oil. Anytime I'm cooking, like if I need to fry something, or even if I wanted to taste for some fried chicken, you know what I'm saying? And it's been a minute since I had some fried chicken, but when I was frying it, olive oil. Yep. And if I was to fry something right now, it'd be olive oil. Yep. That's like, from what I heard and understand, the only oil, or one of the only oils that don't clog your arteries. So I do a lot of olive oil when it's time for me to do olive oil. Lately I ain't been really using it like that, but just here and there. But olive oil is the way to go. Yep. All these little tweaks, y'all, I'm telling y'all, this is the game-changing information. This is really what's gonna get us there. Because like I say, most of the time, what's holding us back with nutrition, with our fitness goal, is nutrition. It's somebody right now that went to the gym and worked their behind off, sweated and everything, so they can go out tonight and eat. A lot of people work out so they can eat. That way their body don't get too crazy. That way it can keep it toned enough. And toned enough for them still might not be in shape for the next person who looking from the outside in, but to them it's like, this can get crazy. I know how I used to look. You know what I'm saying? I used to be 40 pounds over. I used to be 30. So me working out is cutting calories. So I'm doing better than most people think looking at me. So whatever worked for you, which is true, because if you moving more, you cutting more calories. You moving less, you keeping more calories. But that's why I lock and load with my nutrition. If you can handle nutrition, you good to go. Most people just can't go because that sugar be calling us. That sugar be calling us. And they say it ain't even us. It's the tapeworm. You know, if you got that addiction, which most of us got addiction out here to sugar, they say it's the tapeworm. It's the tapeworm. All these years of just eating, and the chips, the cookies, the food, the macaroni, the bread, feeding the tapeworm. Yep, feeding the tapeworm. Yep, and a good way to get rid of a tapeworm is, it's a couple ways. They got some herbs you can take, some teas. But what I usually use to keep my system right is pumpkin. You can do pumpkin seeds. You can do pumpkin puree, which is in the can, which is just straight pumpkin. That's the only ingredient. So that'd be the whole food in the can, just one ingredient, pumpkin. Pumpkin puree. Over there where they be having the apple fillers and the cherry fillers for the pie and all that, it's gonna be a pumpkin one over there too. It's gonna be pumpkin puree. And it's gonna be that one ingredient. Ain't no added sugars, it's just gonna say pumpkin on it. And well, they might have some that have some added, but I'm just saying the one y'all want to get is the one that say pumpkin. So you can do pumpkin seeds or pumpkin puree. And then they got a few herbs. I saw a few of them on TikTok. Y'all know they trying to ban TikTok and all this other type stuff, but I'm not gonna really say on here what I really think it is. But I got an idea. I think they just trying to cover up from. I think they just trying to cover up for the type of information that platform really be putting out. It be putting out some serious information. So, and they don't want us to have serious information, but I'm not gonna get too deep into that. But y'all know what I'm getting at. But yeah, pumpkin puree or either pumpkin seeds. Yep. Because they say the tape parasite, same thing. Tapeworm parasite, same thing. You know what I'm saying? But they say the parasite attaches to the pumpkin puree, whether you do the can or the pumpkin seeds, it attaches to it. It don't like it. So it attaches to it or whatever, and then of course it come out, when you do your bowels, when you move your bowels. So yeah, that's how it come out. Yep. And it's a couple herbs. I just don't remember that part. I don't want to say the wrong thing. But once I figure out the herbs, because I think I saved it. Cause you know how you can save it or add it to a favorite or something on TikTok. I think I say it's some heavy hitters on there. It's some heavy hitters, people who really do this stuff for real. And yeah. So I literally be studying this type of stuff. I get the information out there, and a person can take it, look it up. They ain't just got to take my word, look it up, because I look stuff. I compared, look it up from different sources or whatever, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is it. This is it. Yep. You hear other people's testimonies as far as or reviews as far as what it's done for them, and it didn't work this and work that. So yeah, I do heavy research when it comes to stuff like that. I don't just take stuff and run for it. It take me a minute. I'm not the type of person the person can come to with information and then I just be like, oh yeah, for real, bet I'm in. Yeah, I believe you. I believe her too. Like, no, I gotta really dig deep, and it's gotta make sense, especially since I'm heavy into fitness. Yep. So Ralph, yeah, you say you was what'd you say? You was chilling today, I think. Yeah. Hey, them black beans is a beast too, man. Black beans. I eat black beans probably like 4 days out the week. I eat black beans. Get my fiber, protein, good carbs. It's like all in one. It's my favorite go-to. And a lot of times I keep the seasoning part simple. Whether I just add a little hot sauce, because that's like an all-in-one seasoning, or I add some sea salt, a little garlic, a little pepper. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times I just put in little pieces of hot sauce, depending on what I'm eating. And hot sauce got its own flavor, and that's enough for me right there. Because you ain't got to do too much for black beans. You can throw it in a burrito if you is doing your thing. Because like I say, the bad stuff is still cool as long as you do it here and there. If I had a taste for a burrito, I wouldn't feel too bad about it, only because I know I'm not eating those tortillas like that. So, yep, this is all about balance, y'all. Raphael, you say you chilling though, huh? Y'all make sure y'all stay on top of y'all health though, because ain't nobody else gonna do it but y'all. Ain't nobody else thinking about y'all like y'all should be thinking about y'all. And if they is, you ain't thinking about yourself enough. Because should nobody be worried about you more than you, because it's you that's out here being you. People be expecting stuff to be easy too. Like it's not supposed to be easy. And then when we be feeling like we going through withdrawals as far as with, because it's nothing for y'all to. I'm in a plaza area right now, right? The plaza area I'm in right now is by an area that I be doing some work in, and this a plaza area that I be in early, early. I don't even usually be in at this time, but let me tell y'all, this plaza area is like probably the biggest out of all the ones that y'all have seen me on live in. It got a Happy's Pizza in front of me. It got a Chinese place in front of me. It got everything you can think of: dollar store, beauty supply, insurance, a market. This the market, one of the markets I used to go to. It's a big market. They got a bunch of stuff in there. And on top of that, it got a Family Dollar in the back part. So you talking about you pull in here and it's gonna show if you disciplined or not. Cause you get to shop, you get to grab something to eat, and you get to renew your registration all at one time. Like, you gonna show some discipline or not when you pull up in here. It got everything: clothing stores, dollar store. Like, where do you not have to stop at? Everybody got to stop at a dollar store. Everybody got to get something to eat. Everybody got to go to the market. Like, this place got everything. Shoot, Foot Locker behind me. You know what I'm saying? Like, this place got every damn thing. Like, you go to how you don't, y'all think the average person pull into this type of plaza and just go to that one spot? No, they got one main destination. But once they get in here, or as they pulling in, they probably like, I'm gonna run in there when we get out of here. I'm gonna run in there and grab me some so and so, so and so, so and so, and but let's get this out the way first. Yeah, it's like a one-stop shop once you pull in this one. This one got like almost everything, y'all. Yep, almost everything. How was the Hey Raphael, I remember you was saying what you was saying? I think you say you was gonna grab the grandkids probably this weekend, or was it? Man, I don't know. This stuff going so quick, man. Maybe you said you was gonna be chilling this week and you was probably gonna grab the grandkids. These days and weeks going by quick, man. It'd be hard for me to keep up sometime. And then plus I be on this live all the time too, so sometime I be getting the conversation mixed up, wondering if it was last week or a few days ago. Oh yeah, so we was chopping it up a few days ago on live, and I probably asked you more than likely what you hit up for the weekend or something like that, and then you said getting the grandkids or whatever. Yeah, that's what it was. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. You love your grandkids. That's cool too, man. I can tell by how you get them. You know what I'm saying? How often you have them, because you ain't gotta do it. I mean, you can just be a deadbeat, a deadbeat grandparent, or one of them grandparents just acting funny or whatever. But evidently you love, having your grandkids, which is good, because I'm gonna tell you what's real good about that. What a lot of people don't understand is, like, all this is health. Like, just the grandkids and all that. This is all dealing with health, mental health, spiritual health, physical health. Look, what a lot of people don't understand, like, by you being around the grandkids, or y'all being around each other, I say, you know who they are, and of course, they know who you are. And as time go by, y'all learning what each other are more and more. So as we getting older, like I tell people, right? Eventually we're gonna have some type of health issue, right? Everybody, to where it's gonna slow us all the way down, right? That's just life. But guess who not gonna be really trying to come and help you out too quick? It's usually gonna be the brothers and sisters that we have, because they're gonna be old too, more than likely. They're gonna be up in age, whether they 5 years younger or 10 years older. If you old, they probably not too far apart. But guess who's still gonna be strong, young, and ready for the most part? Them grandkids. They ain't gonna never forget who you are. You know what I'm saying? They would be able to come to you quicker than somebody who's got health problems going on also too. Back problems, knee problems, just hit a hip replacement. Grandkids gonna be there. So even if they up in age, not now they 30, they moving quick. All right, granddad, I'll be there. Don't worry about it, granddad. Granddad. You know what I'm saying? That's all dealing with mental health, man. It'd be impossible for them grandkids to steer away from you knowing how much work you done put in with them, man. It'd be impossible. It'd be impossible. Yep. Pop up and take you to a doctor appointment. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I'm saying, you need somebody to shoot you there. You probably was dealing with a transportation company, but they kept BSing with you like you was a number instead of a person. And then you hit them up, they like, you know what? Don't even worry about it no more. Granddad, don't even worry about it no more. I got you. Whenever you have your appointment, just let me know ahead of time so I can, make time and schedule. You know what I'm saying? That way I don't have no plans. And I got you. Yeah. We gonna mainly need the ones that's younger to be looking out for. That's like our parents took care of us. They was older, but then when the parents get old, guess who take care of them? Usually the kids. Why? Because the kids is younger. We haven't reached the problems that they already going through. Because we ain't that age. Our body is still going, but of course, if you messing up and you putting the wrong stuff in your system and stuff, that's getting you there quicker. But a 30-year-old don't have the same health issues as a 60 and 70-year-old. Your 60 and 70-year-old be having hip problem, knee problem. They can't bend. Can you bend down and grab that for me, baby? Because I can't. These people be old. They body didn't experience, and most of them ain't took care of what they didn't took care of, which is more of a reason why I be telling people stay on top of your fitness. Because even then, you still don't want the whole world running circles around you. I'm still trying to be moving myself around at 60, 70 years old. I see some 80-year-olds out here doing their thing. I'm trying to go as long as I can independently without actually depending on somebody. I ain't saying I won't need nobody, but I don't want it to feel like I need somebody. That's all I'm saying. But the grandkids, they gonna be there because they gonna be way younger. You know what I'm saying? Just look at how much younger they is from us right now. They gonna be way younger. So even once we get up in age, they gonna be older, but they gonna still be young as I don't know what. Still gonna be very young. Yep, we need that younger energy around, especially as we older, because they quick to bend down, they quick to run up there. Go! I left my shoe. I left this in the car. They quicker. They be wanting to just run up and down and bounce off the wall. Run outside and grab there. I left my purse on the seat. Run outside. I left my the other bag in the trunk. Here, I'm about to unlock the trunk. They quicker. Once we get up in age and we, even being in shape, the body's still gonna eventually break down. You gonna be like, hey, look, you pass me that remote over there. Calling them from the back room from playing. Hey, look, Sierra, come here. BJ, George, come here. Come all the way in front, hyper, breathing hard from coming back there playing with his sisters and brothers or other cousins or whatever. You hit him with the pass me that remote right there on that couch. Like, dang, this remote is only 10 feet away. You just called me all the way from the basement. Yeah, that's how it be sometime, man. That's how it be sometime. The old people, once they sit down, they don't want to get up. It's a challenge sitting down and getting up. That's why most old people sit down slow and get up slow. It's a challenge. That back ain't working the same. Them knees ain't working the same. I'm trying to have mine to where it's doing the damn thing, though. I'm trying to go as long as I can. Make sure y'all like this live, too, if y'all liking this live. Because we live. But, yeah. So, yeah, just staying focused. Nobody said it was going to be easy. But like my man said, this is dude that be on TikTok. I be clicking on his thing, be coming up on my phone. So-and-so invites you to join this live. Most of the time, I don't be able to do it because I be, busy doing something. But when I can, I just click in. He be having this live to where he walking on you might have saw him If you've been on there, Raphael, he just be on the treadmill. Black guy, I think he bald headed. I think he said he 40 something, about my age, and he just be walking, and then he have his little challenge thing above him that he always have printed. So he got a nice little setup. But he was like, it'd be people on the live, and they be leaving their comments and commenting in the live, and they be like, yeah, but it's hard. I just can't, the sweets, or it's hard not to eat it. The chicken, the bread, the spaghetti, and then, because he be telling them, like, yeah, that's going to mess up your gut. That's going to spike your insulin. And people be like, oh, yeah, oatmeal, I just would eat the first thing in the morning. He's like, yeah, but it's hard. And he be telling them all these different things and what they'll be better off doing. And people be bucking back. He say, all right, go ahead and do it. You think that's hard, it's going to really be hard once you start having them health issues. I feel them. Once you start having them health issues, it's a wrap. It's really going to be hard when you realize ain't nobody coming to pick you up to take you to your appointments. The whole world running circles around you. Yeah, it's going to be hard. You having a hard time getting out of bed. Your breathing and change. You know what I'm saying? You having a hard time getting out of bed and your breathing and change. You think this hard? He like, yeah, you really gonna see what time it is. It's gonna be real hard then. And a lot of us is already healthy, and I'll say, even if we trying to get in better shape, these lights just came on in the parking lot. They ain't those spotlights from the one market I be at. But I don't know if you just saw it pop on live, if y'all saw it pop on, but it just came on. But anyway, he like, you think it's hard now? Yeah. Wait till them health issues get to coming. And by us being in shape or healthy, and I'm going to just say that in a way of we able to walk, get in and out the car with no problem. Even if we got a stomach or people overweight, I'm just saying, like, for the most part, we still in a decent amount of shape by us being able to walk at a fast pace, run in here real quick, run out, lift this, grab this, stand on the ladder, grab this, and with no problem getting down, and bending down and looking under this, and we still in a decent amount of shape, even if we out of shape, just to be able to do that. Now just imagine all that stuff is shut down, and it seemed like it was all good just a week ago. Now you like, man, like, I don't understand what happened. Yeah, it happens just like that sometimes. And a lot of times we be seeing or feeling certain stuff that's happening with us, but we overlook it. Like, you ain't noticed you was using the bathroom more. You ain't noticed that your leg was swelling up. You ain't noticed that you was having headaches more often. You ain't noticed that you was sweating like without even doing nothing. You ain't noticed that your heart had been racing for the past month. Like, usually it'd be some type of signs there. You ain't noticed you've been out of breath going up your stairs, and you usually don't do that. Yeah, it'd be some signs there. You go from sugar to shit overnight. It can happen, y'all. It can happen. And that's the main reason why I stay locked and loaded with my nutrition. They say all of the bad stuff that's going on with a person physically lives inside of the excess fat on our body. That's why we got to get all that excess fat off of us, because that's where all of the health issues at, the diabetes and all this type of stuff, right? Health is in the gut. You know what I'm saying? So once we put that stuff in our system, and then it's an overload with these calories and added sugars and all that, and then it's stored as fat, all the health issues is in that fat. That's why once a person get to exercise and they change their nutrition up, most of the health issues leave. It ain't because they lost muscle. It ain't because they lost water. It ain't because they lost nutrients. It's because they lost weight. And most of the weight is what? Fat. They tell us to hold on to the muscle, eat high protein, eat and focus in on high protein to retain the muscle. So whether you're trying to go from 300 pounds to 200, they still tell you to eat high protein to retain a muscle. So the weight that you seeing is fat. That's fat weight. Most of the issues is inside of that. Yeah. And like I say, just because the person ain't necessarily showing it, skinny people got internal fat. It's a medical word for it. I can't think of it, and I never can remember it because the word is kind of long. It's a lengthy word, but it's one word, one long word. But it's a medical word for it. But skinny people got the worst type of fat and the most deadliest type of fat because it's the fat that's around their organs. So they got the fat internally around their organs, so it's suffocating their organs. So y'all ever see a person is eating all these chips and cookies every day, going back and forth to Family Dollar, popcorn, drinking beer, doing this, doing all the old crazy stuff, just, and you're like, dang, they ain't even, sometimes they have a little pudge on their stomach, but if you don't see it, that's because it's in they storing theirs on the inside. It's skinny fat. It's a medical word for it. So they it's there. It's just around their organs. Yep, but you get the excess fat off, you get rid of a lot of health issues that's there or about to happen or would happen. Yep. That's why it's important to lock and load on the nutrition. Definitely ain't got time for, and that fat around the midsection is definitely, that's where the body usually stores the most. That's where it usually stored the most, and it's the hardest area to get off. But that just come down to discipline. You just got to be willing to go the stretch to keep it going. Yep. Anytime we see somebody, because everybody got different body types, but anytime we see somebody and we just look and just know they well overweight, yeah, that's an eating habit. You got big boned people, if that's what you want to call it. It's like 3 different body types, like slim, medium, and then they call the other one like husky or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I just say big bone. But yeah, that person would never be the size of the slim person because they naturally this size, but at the same time, they can still be in their best body. Still be in shape with that size, carrying more weight. Even with carrying more fat on them. They still can be in fat. They still can be in shape with a 6-8 pack, just carrying more fat and more weight on them. You see those type of people all the time. There's fitness influencers out here and weighing more and bigger and all this type stuff, and that's their body type, but they in their best body, and it still look good on them. They just carry more than the next person. Yep. But that's what I'm focusing on, y'all. I'm focusing on the end goal. That's all I focus in on is the end goal. I keep my eyes on the prize. I already ate my meal for the day. I eat twice a day, but I ate my big meal. Y'all always want to make sure y'all eat y'all big meal, y'all main meal, which is the most proteins, the carbs, and the fats at y'all busy point of the day. Once y'all day in, if y'all doing 2 meals, then end the day with the second meal, and you should be able to do less carbs because you ain't gonna need it, because carbs is instant energy. And if you're done for the day, you can just focus more in on protein and healthy fats with maybe a little carbs if you want it, because you about to sit on them carbs, which is gonna be a fat. Which is gonna turn to fat. So try to eat mainly the bulk of your food at your busy part of the day. Yep. It'll work for you. That way it can carry you the rest of the day. That way when you get home and you hungry after work or moving around, you just need enough to hold you over until the next day. Wash, rinse, and repeat. I eat twice a day now. I'm already seeing gains. I've been doing it, but I've been consistent for 2 weeks. I got my system so down. And I had other people on this system before too, as far as when it comes to gaining or putting on muscle or some more mass. I got it down to a T. I know how many days. I just got to be consistent, or that person just got to be consistent. And once they able to handle that, before you know it, it's like, dang, I see it. Yeah, you just had to get to the point of the consistency. You just had to get to the point of consistency. Most people kind of chop it up. They renege, they eat this in between and fell off just in 3 days into it. No, just go hard. Just go hard, and then eventually it's gonna lock and load. And next you know, you can be like, These clothes loose. These clothes tighter. Yeah, it's working. Yep. But yeah, Raphael, man, I just wanted to jump on here and chop it up for a minute and see who stand on top of their fitness goals and who locked in, man. It's 2025. We locked all the way in. Ain't no sense of claiming 2025, y'all, if y'all don't have no new plans, new goals, and none of that. Otherwise, it could have just stayed 2024. What's a new year without new goals, new plans? You know what I'm saying? We focused, we locked in, and we gonna accomplish our mission no matter what. But anyway, I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. Y'all be safe. Y'all stay focused. It's your boy D Weezy. We out. I'll catch you, Ralph. Thanks for tuning in too, man.